Hi everyone, it's Mickey here from A Pretty Talent, where we use our God-given talents to make the world a pretty place to live in. I'm back with another page, or maybe 2 pages, we'll see how the time goes, in this journal of mine that I'm making. And today I want to spend on the first and second pocket, and if time allows, also the last pockets, actually not those, these. Okay, so what I have done in preparation so far is to stencil the pages with coffee brown ink, just so it has that sort of honeycomb texture on it. I have also prepared some printables, and what I want to do with those is to still score them so that they have a fold. Now, this is not a very good surface to work on, but let me do it nonetheless. Let me do it here. I'm going to score this on the 1/4 inch marker, that one and this one. So what I have here are simply 2 printables, pages, that I have cut smaller. And then I've rounded the corners on 2 sides. Now, this is my score line and my score line. And the idea here is that these are going to become my little doorways for the windows, or the shutters for the windows. One going this way, one going the other way. I'm sort of deciding if I want it to... Okay, let's not decide on the flip just yet. Time will tell. Right. Then, before I continue, I think what I need to do is... I need to score these 2 as well, before I forget. Now that's for the last 2 pages, right? Or the other 2 pages. That way. You don't need a scoreboard, but it does make it easier, I think, if you do use a scoreboard. We put those in the back. Okay. Now there are a couple other things I have been doing, and I think I want to just quickly show you this before I move on. So, I have been creating all sorts of things. Grab this out of here. So these are all printables that I've bought, that I've been sort of preparing on the side. And let me just organize here, because there are so many things going on here next to me. These are printables that I've been preparing. This is from Down Home Charm Designs. So I'll probably work with these now. These are some printables. I did not make a recording of the name of the designer. I backed it with another designer's papers. And these are, well, a wide range of printables from all sorts of designers, backed with various designers' papers and whatever it is. And they're kind of organized. I hope they're more organized than they appear to be. So it should make it easier for me to grab what I want to work with and to continue working. But what I want to really show you is this. So yesterday, a friend and I went to a thrift store. I don't know what this one is doing in here. One of our local thrift stores, and I was sourcing, this came from one of the books. I was sourcing some books for, junk journaling. I came upon a wonderful set of French children's encyclopedias with the most marvelous illustrations. I had to take the first one apart because it was moldy and disgusting. It was actually disgusting, with rat poo falling out of the pages, and yeah. So that one, I needed to get rid of the book itself and salvage what could be salvaged before I tossed the book. The rest of the set is in a much better condition. Now this set has some wonderful illustrations to start with, but also the paper itself is slightly yellowish, which makes for marvelous journaling pages. So keeping those. That photo I'll keep because it's fabulous. Now this is another one of the books that I've sourced. It's in Afrikaans, Musiek vir 'n Fluit, Music for a Flute. It's a little children's story. Now this is a lovely hardcover, which I will probably turn into a journal in good time. But what I've been doing with the pages is to source these, and I just cut them up so that I can use these in a journal, whether I cut them smaller or use them as is. I've got that size, I've got this size, and I haven't done anything else with these. And then the book had a lot of these that lends itself beautifully to bookmarks, and one little smaller one. Now, when cutting this up, there were strips of offcuts. If you look at the size of the book, you can see a strip of an offcut at the top and the bottom and at the side for each of the pages. And I've been saying to you, do not get rid of your offcuts. Now, here's why. All of these are the offcuts of this book, which normally you would toss. But I went into my stamp sets, these kinds of stamp sets that I've got, and I just sat and stamped a whole lot of the same ones, mounting the same stamps, and just stamping a whole bunch of those. They already are a lovely color paper. This is just where I cleaned my stamps. And now when I want to use these in a project, all it would require of me is to, let me use this one. It is lying here. Take my scissors, and I'm going to use these postage stamp scissors. I would literally do something like that, and I would have the most marvelous little ephemera piece that I could use, and they're ready-made. And in due time, I tend to do this with my offcuts. But just to show you, this would cost you a bit of money if you went and bought ticket stubs and this kind of ephemera. You don't need to buy it. If you're doing junk journaling, you're always ending up with offcut pieces that can be turned into this. So don't rush off and buy these things when honestly you can have them for free. Well, semi-free. Buy yourself the stamps and make your own is pretty much what I want to sort of, the idea that I want to leave you with. Okay, let me put that aside because that's got nothing to do with this now. Okay. So now let's devote our attention to this. If I'm going to use these, let me bring in the set again that I'm hoping to use. Oh, let me show you what I've done with this. So this is a printable set. It's already pre-designed for you, so you just follow the instructions. And this is the baker's twine that I found. I thought this was lovely, the golden black baker's twine. So I've just cut out this set, and I did this back to back with another printable. And then I assembled the set. So this is what it comes like. Now these are not in that printable set. These are other printables that I've printed, and I'm sort of mixing them up so that they're a little bit more interesting. And so over here, you will see all of that is from the set. That is from the set. They've been backed. These are from the set. I just finished them with my own finishing. And now what I have added are these circles. So I punched 2 circles for the front, stuck them back to back, and 1 for here, and then just used split pins to put them together. This is to hide the split pin on the inside. It's only on this side that I have this. This then wraps around the journal, and when you come to this end, it just sort of flips around, and that's our little package. I've also done the same kind of thing, or similar kind of thing on this side. Same printable set, and it's once printed, it's not twice. Although the way the set has been designed, you're supposed to make 1 of these and have them back to back. I turned it into 2 because I backed it with another set. So that's what I've got on that side. This is from the printable set. This is not. These are all backed, printed on both sides. And this is from the printable set. Then on this side, I have 3 pockets pre-designed. These 3 tickets are from the printable set, and these are not. They're from another set. So again, these 2 are from the printable set. These are not. And over here, all I've done is to print postage stamps myself from another set. I cut them with these scissors and stuck them in here. Now the idea with these is that when you do your journaling, you have ephemera to use and to play with. Right, so that's pre-prepared. I have these 2 pockets left from the set, and I'll probably use these on the page. Okay, so now I first need to decide what to do with a pocket. And what I want to do is to measure, first of all, how deep this one goes in and how deep that one goes in. So, too deep for me to glue down the top of the pocket. And that's really what I wanted to find out. So, I am going to glue the bottom of this flap and while I'm holding that down, I'm also going to glue the other side, which I know is going to be off camera a bit, but hey, and then he jumps up. What did I do with the lid of the glue? Here it is. Okay, I'm just going to hold this a little bit so the glue takes. Don't I have a paper clip or something I can put there? Because this is a bit tedious. I do. that should do it. Okay. Right. Then those two should go in those pockets once they are dry. In the meantime, I need to decide what to do with this. I think I like the idea of it flipping over like that. Oh, it just started raining here. How nice. Absolutely brilliant. Let me just do the planning. Okay, I think this will work. Okay, now we're only going to glue this little strip. That's our first real summer rain this year. This has started falling and it's lovely. It's absolutely brilliant. My skew. I think I'm okay. Okay, and what I do on the one side, I repeat on the other side. So now I need to get them at the same height. That should do it, I think. Well, at least more or less. Hey. I am scared. Okay, then I want to do this. So let me start on this side now. Sure. I'm just going to cut a little bit away because there's a bit of an overlap that I don't like. Okay, take that one away. Wait. Take that one away. I don't necessarily. No, I don't like that. So this one will have to go on this side. Okay, so what I didn't like was that they're both going in the same direction. And so I'm not going to put them in the same spot on the 2 pages for that reason. Okay, this one, take the paper clip away. glue. Again, this overlap, you can see it's already making an ugly fold here, so just cutting a little bit away is going to make it a much better fold. Okay. This one I'm going to put here, same height. Right, then let's now decide. I think I'm going to put a belly band here, whereas this one is not going to need it. So let me go into my offcuts, which is a growing mess, and I love the mess, so no complaints. I kind of like this. Let's see if it'll work. Yeah, I like that. That'll work beautifully. Okay, I just need to get rid of the white. Oh, am I going to try it with the scissors? I am, simply because my cutting mat is now in use by the album. Okay, not too shabby, I would say. So let me put that there, but then come into my box of offcuts, not offcuts, cut out ephemera pieces and look for something that I can use. But here's what I'm at. I'm looking for something that I can use on the belly band. Kind of, yeah, something like that. It's too much of the same, isn't it? I think that'll work, except it's going to go into the fold, which we don't like. Well, how about that? A honeycomb and a honey pot. Yes, that should work. And then we can have a little honey bee there. But not a little honey bee somewhere over there. I want a nicer one. Both? No, I think only one, but I want the bigger one. Now, what's bugging me here and why I'm playing with this is the legs are very thin. I need to find a way to glue them on. Okay. But I think I like that, and I think I'm going to go with that. So, glue plate. Shall I first do... No. Let's first get this one in place. Just top and bottom. I need to close this one, otherwise the glue seeps out. Okay, that's really cute. I think I had that one upside down. I tend to do that sometimes. Okay. And a little bee. Come on. Aye. And this little bee. Now what? This is going to be problematic. So, let's just glue this one first. Then I can close the glue. Do this. And then do that. So that when I now position this one, parts of this stick over. It'll be on the glue plate and not on the page. Because I didn't think about that when I put the glue on. Okay. Right. So that is that. Now what we want to do is to bring in one of these envelopes on the side and something in the pocket here, too wide. Maybe these pieces, yeah. Yeah, those will do just fine. Right. We'll get back to this one just now. On this side, I think let's do the same kind of thing for this pocket. Go back into this one. I like those. I'm going to use those. I'm kind of considering whether I want to round the corners or not. I think it'll look better, so let me. See how much nicer that looks? Oh, these are lovely. Okay, first put this one in. Right, then on this side, we're going to have this one tucked in, and we are going to have to do something a little exquisite here. But what shall we do? That's an idea. But instead of doing it like that, I think we go back to our offcuts and we just mount this on an offcut and then put it there. And I kind of like the idea of that, so let's do that. This, by the way, is, it says avontuur in Afrikaans, which is adventure in English. See once again how the offcuts come in really handy. Okay, I just want to trim that white piece. Okay, I think easiest way to do this will be to first glue down. Oh my goodness, I keep losing the glue. First glue the little offcut piece. In place. And you could have made this a pocket or something, but I think there are enough pockets and tuck spots and things on this to not need to do that. And then this one. This wood is very thin. Probably, I'd say about 1 millimeter. So, very flimsy, very easy to break. And that's why I am generous with the glue to keep it in place. I love that. I think that looks gorgeous. Okay. Now, things like tag toppers and things, it'd certainly be nice here. But, okay, I'm just putting things together. I want them to get lost on the side. Okay, so My apologies. Now we need to sort of look at what it is that we're going to use to finish the page with. No, we still need to tuck something into the belly band. And into the belly band we can put larger items. Oh, I love that one. Yeah, maybe some of these. I like that one. Nope. The beeology and how you can help save the bees. I like those two. Shall I put a third one? Honeybee knowledge. Maybe that one. And maybe once again around the corners. Sure. Hey, come on. What's your deal here? They're gonna look lovely. This one I can use a slightly larger corner around her. These are all backed, so there's journaling space on the back of these. And they're already looking gorgeous. Now, a couple of things we still need to do to finish this a little bit more. And I think some of those things that we need to do is to just use little stamps. Something like that. Okay, this one over here and that one over there. And possibly hang on, where are those? It's not my normal thing to do, but why not? Somewhere in here, I think it's in here, I have sentiments. There we go. Bees, busy bee. Yes, here we go. So let's grab these. And just cut them out. think I prefer beehive on this side. But then I need how about beautiful busy bee? Something like that. Yeah, okay. Let me just pick up this and get it out of my way. Okay. And these, there are only 2 words left in the sentiment pack. Maybe I use it here, maybe I don't. We'll see now. I'll keep them handy here. But let me start by gluing these down. So let me quickly talk about these little stamps that I've got. Those are actually larger images that I've got on my printables that I sort of put in a collection or put in a folder together. And then I stamp them 35 to a page. It's one of the settings on your computer to print them as a thumbnail. And they then print 35 to a page. And then again, I use these scissors to cut them out with and just create my own little stamps. Because it's such an easy thing to do on the computer. Alright, let me get that out of the way. And then does this one only have the one thing that I need to glue down? Looks like it. Right. And I think that's enough for these 2 pages. They look very busy and probably good enough. Shall we turn our attention to the next 2 pages? But let me switch off and just start the video over on the next one. Then I can clean up around me a bit and come back to you. Hi everyone. Because the second video became even longer than the first video, I'm doing a very quick just end to the first video. It is going to be about 2 hours if I do the 2 videos together, so that's just way too long for a single video. And for that reason, I've decided I'm going to end this video here and rather do the second part of this video as a video on its own. It became such a fun page to do with so many interactive elements that I just completely lost track of time. But look out for that video because it is going to be so much fun. You will have so much fun with me creating the same pockets and hideaway, tuck away spots and hideaway spots and whatever it is. But yes, that's in the next video. See you there. Cheers, guys.